Denmark has raised alarms among NATO and the EU following a series of coordinated drone strikes that necessitated the closure of Aalborg Airport and prompted alerts at 3 other airports on Thursday. Authorities described this troubling incident as a hybrid attack, characterized by a systematic approach to operating drones near essential infrastructure. As stated by Danish Deputy Prime Minister and Defense Minister Troels Lund Poulsen during a recent press conference. In response to the mutating threat, Copenhagen is contemplating invoking Article 4 of the NATO agreement, which allows member states to discuss their security concerns while emphasizing collective defense. In a proactive measure, officials have granted permission to shoot down any unauthorized drones if similar disturbances arise in the future. Our objective is to identify the individuals responsible for these attacks, Lund Poulsen stated firmly. He further noted, Denmark is equipped with various military assets, including our F-35 fighter jets and frigates, capable of bolstering our defense capabilities. However, he candidly acknowledged a significant gap in the nation's defense arsenal, stating that Denmark currently lacks integrated ground-based air defense systems, although recent decisions have been made to procure these vital tools. Yet, even with these acquisitions, the minister expressed concerns, remarking that the newly planned system might not effectively mitigate the specific type of drones involved in these attacks. Lund Poulsen emphasized there is no singular solution that can entirely resolve this issue. Denmark requires a broad array of defense mechanisms to tackle the evolving threats, whether from missiles or drones. He elaborated. Authorities confirmed that Aalborg was among the directly impacted locations along with Esbjerg, Sonderborg, and Skridstrup airports, with the Aalborg facility shut down temporarily as a precaution. Reports indicate that the disruptive drones vacated the restricted area after operating for about 3 hours. The North Jutland police publicly stated they were vigilantly observing developments at Aalborg, although they could not confirm the exact number of drones involved in the incident. The drone incursion over Denmark mirrors similar disruptions experienced at Copenhagen and Oslo airports, with suspicions of possible Russian involvement arising from these unsettling occurrences. On Monday night, Copenhagen faced its own disconcerting drone incident, igniting security alarm regarding potential Russian interference. Authorities linking the drones responsible for the disruption in Aalborg with those that halted flights in Copenhagen raises troubling questions about coordinated actions targeting the country's airspace. Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen categorized this drone assault as the most serious attack to date. On Denmark's critical infrastructure, Norway was not left unscathed either, as Oslo Airport's airspace was closed for 3 hours on the same evening due to concerns about unauthorized drone activity. Reflecting on this precarious situation, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen remarked, "The drones that interrupted operations at Copenhagen Airport signify a pattern of ongoing challenges at our borders." Although Denmark and Norway are coordinating efforts on the inquiries triggered by the Copenhagen and Oslo incidents, no definitive links have been established thus far, indicated Norway's foreign minister. Typically, commercial drones are restricted from taking off near airports, as these locations are designated as no-fly zones within their GPS programming, further complicating the situation. As tensions escalate, Europe remains on heightened alert following numerous reports of airspace violations attributed to Russia by several NATO countries. Last week, Estonia and Poland activated Article 4 in their requests for consultations with fellow NATO allies regarding infringements on their airspaces, while Romania also reported an incursion by Russian drones. Russia has denied any violation of Estonia's airspace and claimed that the situation concerning Poland was not intentional. However, they have not addressed the allegations surrounding the incident in Romania. In a recent meeting, NATO condemned Russia's actions and emphasized that they would employ all necessary military and non-military instruments to safeguard their interests. Russia is fully accountable for these escalatory actions, which pose risks of miscalculations and jeopardize lives. Such behavior must cease, the alliance emphasized in a statement. As a defensive coalition, we are well aware and cautious about the situation unfolding around us, added NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte. In a controversial commentary following his address to the UN, former President Donald Trump advocated for NATO nations to engage with aggression, specifically proposing that they should intercept and shoot down Russian aircraft that intrude upon their airspace. Reacting to the ongoing accusations, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov dismissed claims regarding Russia's involvement in recent drone activities above European airports as unfounded. And this raises crucial questions. How should NATO and EU countries collectively respond to these aggressive airspace violations? Are existing defense strategies sufficient, or do we need to rethink and redesign our approach to security in an increasingly complex geopolitical landscape? We invite you to share your thoughts and insights in the comments below.